welcome to Garden Cafe. I'm Maureen, and this is my Texas Zone 8B 9A garden. Today, I'm going to be doing two things. One is harvesting the Amaryllis, which I'm going to show you step by step over the next few months on how to make those gorgeous. But today is harvesting. Now, in January, I'll put them all together, so there'll be one compilation of how to take the Amaryllis from garden to gorgeous at Christmas back to the garden, just the entire cycle. The other thing, the big thing, is I'm going into the pond. There is a massive mountain of lily pads in here that are just absolutely stifling the gorgeous lilies that are growing in here. And we have a few over on the side. I'll show you what those look like, and they're absolutely beautiful. And the other thing I'm going to be doing is cleaning out this pump. The water, as you can see, there's not enough coming out. It should be flowing more smoothly, but I'm going to cut this mountain back to reduce the amount of water of lily pads. And while I'm in there, I'll clean out that pump. So that should be flowing gorgeously by this afternoon. These are the gorgeous water lilies, but they are so tucked under the leaves. You have to look at it from really a lot of angles. So hopefully in reducing this entire mountain up here back down to water level, we'll see more of those gorgeous flowers coming through. This is my Christmas garden. A whole bunch of amaryllis. We planted these gorgeous gumfrina in front just to make it pretty. They're not ugly, but they're just tall green leaves. They don't do a whole lot, but they will be gorgeous for Christmas. And I'm going to show you how to harvest them. Clerodendron, folks. They grow like crazy. Anyway, it's pretty simple. You pull it up, cut the leaves off, trim the roots back, and you put it in a dry, dark, cool area. So this box will go into a closet in my house until Christmas or until November when I start waxing the amaryllis or potting them up and giving them to family for gifts for the Christmas season. Very simple. I'll put all of this on fast forward because it's very repetitive, but this entire area almost will be cleaned out. I also have a poinsettia back there, and I've been kind of contemplating whether to dig that up and put it in a beautiful pot so it'll be gorgeous around Christmas. I think I'm going to leave that, to be honest with you. Okay, so for today, we're harvesting amaryllis. And folks, I didn't think any of the paper whites, and I'll put a photo here, survived, but I've come across several. So kind of excited. A few were definitely rotted, but lots of firm. I'm excited. So a bunch of paper whites along with the amaryllis. Okay, good rule of thumb for Amaryllis is harvest first week of September, and then either wax or plant in the first week of November. It needs 2 months. Seems so counterintuitive. 2 months to completely dry out. And you want to trim the roots, not much, just trim them. Also getting the dirt off. And one of the things I'm sure you saw on the fast forward were when I was checking the firmness. You don't want rotted amaryllis or paper whites to go in with good amaryllis. They will all rot very quickly. Whoop. Tripping over my own feet here. Just cutting off the leaves, and right now I'm just putting them in the box. But I'm going to layer them separate, not touching each other. Then put paper over the top of them, and then do the second layer, and so on. And about, I don't know, every 2 weeks or so, I'll take them out, air them out for a few moments, and then re-put them in the box, you know, with the switching the ones that are on top with the ones that are on bottom. The idea is to not end up with rotted amaryllis when it's time to either wax or plant them. This is kind of cool. This is part that we cut off on the bottom of the amaryllis so it could flower. There was a bulb on top of that I planted, but look, another bulb grew out of it. Pretty cool. Whew. I'm just going to continue here. Okay, these are ready for the closet. On to the pond. So today is the day I go into the pond. The day I worked on the amaryllis and I ended up doing a bunch of other stuff was one of those. This area feels like you're working on the surface of the sun at times. So my ability to continue definitely got a little less as the day went on. But today I'm definitely going into the pond. We have a drizzly, cloudy, cooler day, which is so wonderful for us here. Unusual. Mid 80s in September. That's a good day. But anyway, so I'm going to bring you in closer to show you exactly what I'm going to do, and then the rest will be on fast forward. As you can see, the little waterfall is just basically down to a trickle. The pump is right in here, and these leaves are just absolutely smothering it, and it's stopping the water from flowing freely through there. So one of the things I'm going to do is remove the netting from around the pump, clean that off, put it back on, or I might even just shake everything off. The other thing is this massive canopy of lily pads. Those need to be shorter because you can't see the flowers. My son tried to get in here to fix the pump, which he was able to do. In the process, he pulled out several of the lily pads. And folks, the resulting flowers just from that act, and he didn't do it on purpose to, you know, for the plant, but I'll post a photo up here in the corner so you can see the result. So now I'm absolutely going to get in there, and anything tall, I'm going to cut. And I'm going to leave the lily pads on the surface. I just want the flowers to get through. In the process, I will be pulling out a whole bunch of the dollar weed that's in there. This part is going to be very funny and a little ridiculous, but my husband, sweet as he is, bought me this old man in the sea boots. I mean, it's one of those fisherman outfits. We do have snakes and other critters. I mean, this is one of the few water sources in our immediate area, so a lot of fun stuff is in there. I usually wear pants with socks over them and shoes to try to protect my legs. But then my husband bought me this, so I'm going to try. I'm not sure how easy it is going to be to get in and out of that pond with this on, but we're going to give it a try. This is absolutely insane. Hey, if it works, I'm all for it, but this feels incredibly heavy. Um, we will see. Anyway, time to get to work. So number one, these silly plant pants, they worked. It was actually kind of nice to be in there and not wonder what critters are around my ankles, number one. And number two, I am dry in here, so that's awesome. I removed a ton of the lily pads. Those will flatten out. I'm going to bring you in closer. There are several leaves that are ready to unfurl and lay down on the water, in addition to several buds and one beautiful flower, and I will get you a close up of that as well, that is blooming. So I'm thrilled. Next step, let's turn on the waterfall and make sure it's working properly. There is one very pretty flower that was completely buried, and surprise, surprise, there are several buds here that I never would have seen these flowers had I not taken back that canopy. Now, some of these lily pads are kind of up on their side. That's okay. They will lay down over the next few weeks and start that canopy all over again. But at least for a while, I should be able to see more of my beautiful water lilies. So let's turn on the waterfall. All the soil has gone through, and now the little waterfall is running clear. I am still looking forward to gorgeous water lilies once again. We're getting some rain here. Yay. I'm sure all of my plants are thrilled. But I think we'll end the video here. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe, like, and share. It helps me to grow my channel. Have a wonderful day.